Hi, folks. This is Mountain Man coming to you from parts unknown. Ha ha. Well, we didn't have much going on today in the way a lot of us, including me, got concerned about, where there was all these reports of heavy equipment moving around, the military moving around, and this and that. But after a few minutes of examining what was coming out, we kind of settled down. I'll get into that a little bit. But we've got a lot of stuff coming on that's showing that there's a rising tide. I've got on my thumbnail reclamation underneath the Punisher picture there. Reclamation. And father of our country. It is Father's Day, and I want to wish everybody out there a happy Father's Day. And George Washington, father of our country, want to wish him a happy Father's Day. And DJT, because he is going to be the father of our new republic. Remember how we all went to school and was taught that George Washington was the father of our country? So I think he's going to go to grandfather status after all this stuff is done. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what's going on here. We got, hi, Nikki. How you doing? Phil, Linda, B-Dog, Miss Mendersu, Melinda, how you doing? Hi, Diane. Marla, how you? Life under gas. Nikki, yeah. And you're back home safe, I hope. Hi, Georgia. Rubber Toe. So, if I miss anybody, hi, Diane, Debbie, because sometimes we get multiple first names, but I always want to say hi to everybody that's in the chats. So, anyway, I just threw these pictures up here. And I know a lot of you have been watching the social media and seeing the pushback on those, what are they called, Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence or whatever. That's good, Nikki. That's good. There's a lot of pushback on that. We talked about that Friday night when the marches were going on. One was planned and then follow-up one was spontaneous. So, excuse me while I get sip my coffee. So anyway, I got a bunch of videos I want to play for you tonight if my screen cooperates. And I got the picture of Joe up just in case anybody comes in that's, leaning that way towards Creepy Joe and genuinely wants to get another view, namely our view, my view. They can stare at that and think about what they're doing. I won't leave it up too long. Hi, Gloria. All right, 5x5. Pappy Two Bears, how are you doing? Phil says everything's coming in good. That's good. That is good. So I hope you all had a great Father's Day. And love them while you got them. That's for sure. Love them while you got them. Now, I don't know if I showed this last week, but I have showed this character in the past. And just want to remind people, the one on the left, Andrew Weissman, I referred to him as Mr. Sweaty Man. And he's coming out. He's got to come out to the forefront. He was one of the leading attorneys that was battling to include incriminating things in Mueller's final report. But he was supposedly behind the scenes, but insiders knew who the real troublemaker was, and you're looking at him. Andrew Weissman. Just saying, keep him in mind because you'll be seeing it in the future. And I am still up in the air about what Jack Smith's role is. I feel that he's a baddie, but he may be having to go all ships in the same direction, okay? Backup plan for Jack Smith. Corrupt prosecutor Andrew Weissman floats more serious federal charges against Trump in New Jersey. Just had that in my studio for a while and wanted to get that out of the way and remind you all to keep an eye out for that character. So, let me see. Here's another picture I didn't get to in some of my past broadcasts. Whoa, I got to put Mark Twain back up there and take that guy down. I'd rather be looking at Mark Twain and hit the wrong button. Get out of here, Weissman. Okay. This one I put up. I had my... Now, this was going to play into this was from Post Millennial. And you all remember Chaz, right? They set up their own little world in Portland. And how you doing, Wolfpack? And somebody, a teen, didn't make it out of there, if you know what I mean. I mentioned on many occasions hitting them in the pocketbook and that class action lawsuits are very effective. And this father is taking action, suing the city, county, state, local officials for encouraging lawlessness. Now, if he can get them to lose their sovereign immunity or whatever some jurisdictions call it, something else, but their protections where, as Thomas Sowell has said many times, bureaucrats are people that cause problems, don't have any real world experience, cause disasters, and pay no price. It's always the citizens that pay. So this father, even though Chaz has happened, it's been a while since it's happened. He's taking action now. So that is good. Let's see what's going on with my microwave. But anyway, happy days. How are you doing? And I'll get into some more because what this boils down to, folks, it really does in a lot of ways. This torrent of the destruction of our culture, what's going on with the alphabet crowd as far as its swelling and growing, all the people on board, I'm afraid to say it does boil down to money. That's why you have these NGOs. That's why you have what I discussed about a false economy. You have people that are going to college, learning things that are totally impractical in a free society, a free market society, but they end up with high-paying jobs. And I'll show an example of that, where they're jumping on board with a Marxist ideology and a counterintuitive ideology, such as who has purple hair or pink hair or both, and would expect to be able to function in society. Well, they get the money from these NGOs and they get people in positions in government and they hire like-minded people. And in the bureaucracy, they have control and they're insulated. They're insulated. They never have to worry about repercussions for their actions. But that is going to change. That's going to change. So I'll get into some examples of that as I stumble along here. But here's a meme I had the other day that I could have put up. While we're waiting for people to get in the chats, I'll put up stuff that I didn't get to in past broadcasts. 6 things drag queens can do instead of dancing for kids. Let's see. Read to senior citizens. Volunteer at a homeless shelter. plant new trees, participate in a trash cleanup, volunteer at an animal shelter, start a local garden. There you go. Those are some good ideas where they can use their time productively. But no, they want to burn down stuff. Let me see. I got one picture where we were talking about how effective it was with what I'll call money does talk strategy. That's what DJT reminded us all. Money does talk. Somebody else we got to put on the list. Trying to fly through the radar, not really committing to it, but I'll never get a Slurpee or a cup of coffee there until they repent. 7-Eleven. Now see how slick they are about this stuff. They say 7-Eleven is rebranding its famous Slurpee as a part of its Anything Flows campaign, featuring eccentric colors and eclectic vibes. So there you go. There's the new Slurpee. And don't let your kids get them. Go to a Dairy Queen, whatever. Anywhere but that. Anything but that. Because that is soft indoctrination. Okay? And they're trying to escape being tied up with the alphabet crowd. But we know better. We know better. Now, in how many people? Let's see. Yeah, we got some people in chats. I remember I talked Friday about that T-gender that went 6 years between when they got caught leaving a house covered in BLOOD and burned down a garage and committed the most heinous crime a judge of 35 years had ever seen against 2 women and a 19-year-old. Well, I got a video of a news report on that I'll play for you. But I also want to show you this. This right here is a thumbnail from somebody I watch every night. I don't watch every one of them, but he does little short parodies and comedies of Biden, mostly. Peanut Hawk. And what he, one thing, he'll have something in his thumbnail that won't appear in the 2-minute skit he does. That kind of irks me, but not really, you know. But this picture, you take a look at the face of that person on the left that Joe's pointing at. I don't know when this picture was taken, but after I got this news clip about the heinous crime, let me see if I can find it. I couldn't believe it. I said, that is the guy. That's the person. So let me see if I've got that clip. It's a news report. Holy cow. Here we go. Now, take a look again at that person on the left, and then it's a little hard to hear, but you can make it out. But tell me if that looks familiar, because if this picture was taken prior to 2000, let's see, when did that happen? 2016? Anyway, let me go ahead and play, so I cut my mic off so you guys can hear it better.
Body chemistry and physical shape is changing.
Back in June of 1999, David Warfield was an award-winning teacher who was leaving for summer break to make the biggest transition of his life. He returned in the fall as a woman, Dana Rivers, only to be placed on paid leave because he told some of his students about his sex change.
Ms. Rivers was given specific instructions as to not to discuss this information with students. This was violated. The conduct is at issue here, not her transgender orientation.
The district is paying me not to work. How logical is that?
Dana Rivers' plight was all over the airwaves. Students rallied behind her, and school board meetings became heated. Rivers said at the time all she wanted to do was teach.
I'm a teacher by trade. Teaching is a calling. I'm passionate about my career and about working with young people.
She ultimately resigned from Center High School, sued the district, settled for $150,000, and moved to the Bay Area, where she continued as an activist for transgender issues. She fell off the radar until last week, when police spotted her coming out of the burning home where they found bodies of two women. Police believe Rivers set the home on fire to hide the bodies. The couple's adopted son was found in the driveway. Police said Rivers was covered in blood, and they found ammunition in her pockets, but haven't offered any kind of motive for the triple murder.
So I don't know, but that's the news story. 6 years after the crime, after getting caught red-handed or red-clothed, I don't know. Maybe it's that Caitlyn Jenner look, the brunette guy with a male face. I don't know. How you doing, Prototype? Let's see. I spell it red rum, Prototype. Keeps us out of trouble, right? Yeah, what a difference from when he was like a guy and stuff. So I don't know that I'm being overly, I don't know. I just don't know when this picture was taken by that Peanut Hawk used for his thumbnail. But anyway, he's somebody to check out. He'll give you some laughs. But I had a couple of these clips, but I couldn't do my studio the other night, so I didn't get to play them. But here's, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this Fetterman one, right? And I'll follow that up with the Joe clip I know you all have seen, but I just want to get it documented on my broadcast for history's sake.
95. Obviously that you're pretty much preoccupied with 95, and I certainly am too. And we know it's a major eatery, not just for Pennsylvania, but for the East Coast. And a lot of Pennsylvanians are worried that the delays in repairs bring to its standstill deal.
So he was talking about that truck that blew up on 95. He can't make a coherent sentence. And, well, here we got Joe, who can't make a coherent sentence anyway. I know you all have seen this, but I wanted it to be on my broadcast. I would have played it Friday, or yesterday, but I couldn't get this studio up. But we're all trying to figure out what he meant by God Save the Queen.
God save the Queen, man.
Now, how many of you saw the earlier part of this clip of Joe saying God Save the Queen? I did. And you know what? And I'm going to find it, and I'm going to record it. I'm going to play it. What did he say before he said this God? Well, I'll just ask you honestly now. Put a 5 by 5 in. If you heard him say that there's a storm coming, and he was trying to say it in a joking way, Did any of you all see that? Put a 5x5. Cameraman saw it. He said that's what he heard, that there was a storm coming. And I had this video here of the Sisters of Perpetual Puke Out. Let me put this up. Here we go. Here he's arguing with somebody, a young lady that's trying to stick up for her faith and point out. Let me get some of those back pictures off. Point out how it's harmful and not appreciated. And this perpetual indulgence person, let me put that over here so you can watch Joe. He's loving this interview. But anyway, let me go ahead and play this.
You're absolutely mocking when you put Jesus on a cross and you pole dance on.
Like our bullies, you are putting words in my mouth, and I really don't.
Everybody's seen it. Everybody has seen it.
Yes, everyone has seen the satire that we do, and then they describe it in these terms that make them, I'm being.
I am telling you, as a Christian, that is extremely, extremely offensive. When I see my God on the cross,
It's
mocked.
offensive. You're using your God to make me look bad, to make me look foolish, to beat me up.
Why can't you just say, yeah, that was wrong? You could just say, yeah, that was
It is
wrong.
not wrong to heal people who were beaten and shot for being gay and trans. How dare you, madam? How dare you shame us? How dare you shame us in our own Pride Festival, madam?
We're in public, one. We're on a public street.
Pride, yes, in the middle of West Hollywood, in the Pride Festival, when we should all be celebrating. We can have differences, and you can tell I'm angry. We should be able to talk about it.
Why are you angry about me saying, look, I'm a Christian? When you put someone mimicking Jesus on a cross and pole dance him, that's offensive to me. That is deeply offensive. Why is that wrong to you for me to say that?
We're not making a mockery of them. Satire is not making a mockery of someone to offend those people. That's offensive.
But I'm telling you, as a Christian, that's how it is interpreted, because that's what it is. You can sit here all day and say, that's not what we're doing, that's not what we're doing, but that is what you're doing.
Yeah, like she's giving it a good shot, but you can't shame those people. You say, no, oh, do you shame us? He's trying to talk like Maude. Remember the Maude show? But anyway, here we go. I'll put a little reminder up here, this one. Here we go. You guys remember this clip? There's the presidential seal. I don't know if he was talking about that seal being broken or not with what Joe did. What they got evidence of what he did. Let's see what he's got to say.
Somebody said to me the other day, you're the most famous person in the world by far. I said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. They said, yes, you are. I said, no. They said, who's more famous? I said, Jesus Christ.
Just a little reminder that Trump is a humble man. Here we go. Here's the march. This is the prayer vigil. This was about 2 hours before I went live Friday night, and there were speakers, and this was at Dodger Stadium. And about 2 hours afterwards, they had the street so packed with people. They really had trouble letting people in the stadium. On top of this vigil here, I'll play this for you.
Ourselves to your holy will, which is love and mercy itself. Jesus, I trust in you. Jesus, I trust in you. Jesus, I trust in you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. America's bishop, I'm not going to let him go. He's going to be.
That's when the bishops and organized groups went and had a prayer vigil, and the local news covered it, and there was a spontaneous march of thousands of more people. So, yeah, when the media puts stuff out, it can make a difference. And that is why it's criminal, it's illegal to omit facts, to hide things from people. Just like Mr. T was saying, push polls. When they put out just polls that show one way to interfere with an election is illegal. The same thing with information. That's why we're doing this information dissemination operation. Here's a little clip of Joe back in the day. Here we go, Joe. Now, this is actually Joe. I think this was in the 90s. So there you got a good picture of the real Joe. You can see his hair plugs. You know, he had hair plugs put in. But anyway, listen to what he was saying back in the day.
You go out and bundle $250,000 for me, all legal, and then you call me after I'm elected and say, Joe, I'd like to come and talk to you about something. You didn't buy me, but it's human nature. You helped me. I'm going to say, sure, Lynn, come on in. Well, I'm not sure you should assume I'm not corrupt, but went to the big guys for the money. I was ready to prostitute myself in the manner in which I talked about it.
Now, that's Joe before he had a whole lot of face to wash, started going bald. That's before that, in the 70s. And then he had hair plugs put in. But anyway, you hear him talk about how he takes bribes and how politics really works. Now, also, a couple of days ago, Dan Savino put this up. Yeah, Dan Savino. Dan Savino, say no to court packing, sign the Declaration of Judicial Independence today. So, he just put this up, and he's putting it up every other day. So this shows you that a lot of this stuff is going to end up at the Supreme Court. Everything Trump's going through, right down to that woman that claimed he did something to her 30 years ago, that's going to go before the Supreme Court and get thrown out, because you cannot go back and charge somebody any crazy thing from 30 years ago and do a $5 million settlement and then say, no, wait a minute, we want to try again and go for more money. That's a ridiculous construct under our judicial system. So all that stuff's going to go before the Supreme Court. So that's what's happening. Check out Dan Savino. He's on Twitter. He's on Truth. And, put in a good word with Dan, because the court is going to be the next target. It's been always has been a target, but they're really focusing now. Now let me see what some of these other things are they have here. Let me see this article here. What is this one? Oh, Mr. T put this up. Yeah. Prosecutorial misconduct at the highest levels. Ex-Trump attorney claims on MSNBC he witnessed 45 instances of DOJ misconduct. He's, quote, I know it sounds like I made that number up, but Tim Parlatore says prosecutorial misconduct could derail Trump's federal trial. But even since what he claims he witnessed, he's not his attorney now. The attorneys that are dealing with the Trump situation now have even more rank and open prosecutorial misconduct issues that they're going to be bringing up. So, did I play this clip? My feeble mind, let me know if I played this clip with a yes or no in the chats. If you remember seeing this on my thread, you may have seen it somewhere else, but I'm not too sure I get so many clips, but let me go ahead and play it anyway.
These guys have no idea what we're about to play. This happened just in the last hour on The View. These guys seemed a little shocked that he would have this response. What do you think?
I mean, you can't miss in this that that's one of the most listened to right-wing radio shows in the country, and they're essentially making the argument in 2023, the year of our Lord, that because you think DOJ might be a little political, you throw out all the crimes that are listed in this indictment.
Every single Democrat nodding at that table, every single Democrat in that audience went along with the, oh, come on, Hillary's running for president. Let's forget about the Espionage Act statute in this case. It's not big enough. We need to let the election play out. Without exception, they all made that case. And now they're going to sit there like, oh, but like the law is the law, and they're making this absurd case about the politicization of it. It's not absurd. This goes to the very center of, do we have a justice system or not?
That's right. There was a double standard you see with the so-called View, where they were talking about forgetting about Hillary and everything she did was A-okay, but they're like a pack of wolves when it comes to Mr. T, right? Now I've got a 2-minute clip here. Let me go to the more recent stuff. Let me see how everybody's doing in the chats. I hope everybody's doing okay. Yeah, Whoopi. Yeah, she got some nice outfits on. I had a clip. I didn't play it. I think I erased it. Where she was talking about how she breaks wind on the set. I mean, she actually did it. And somebody said something or she made a face and she said, oh, it's only natural or something like that. You know, absolutely disgusting. And no sense of professionalism or anything. I mean, it is so disgusting. So I didn't think you all deserve that, so I didn't play it. But she did. She doesn't have a problem with it, and apparently she does it all the time. Breaks wind on the set. I guess somebody draws straws who's got to sit next to her. Hi, Lone Wolf. How you doing? So anyway, yeah, it's a little hard to take some of these clips. Here we go. Here's a father and son. I have this guy. I get some of his stuff. Maurice Delk. He does some live streams where he kind of freeform. He just gets in his car and talks. His mind speaks his mind. And here's one he put up. Raised right. There's a good Father's Day picture. Just a dad trying not to raise a liberal. Trump 2024. How you doing, Doug? That's good to hear, Lone Wolf. How you doing, Rick? Camperman got in here. How you doing? Tennessee. Yeah, I can only go so far back, so if anybody came in there. Hi, Julie. Hi, Karen. Wanda. Sharon. So, good. We got a good crowd in here. So anyway, when I see something cute like that. Now, here we go. Trump indicted. Fata bless. Devin Nunes retruthed this. Trump indicted for keeping classified documents at Mar-a-Lago instead of somewhere secure like the trunk of a Corvette. Hi, Paula. Karen, how you doing? So I had these posts from the 17th letter. They're so small I can't even remember what they were, but I'm sure I copied them for a reason, and I took security measures. But anyway, here's something also about Jamie Foxx I found suspicious. CNN put this out. This was a couple of days ago. Jamie Foxx's post about his new movie has everyone excited. So he posted something. I'm using my fingers as quote marks. He posted something. As far as I'm aware, nobody has seen him or heard him. His daughter said he was playing pickleball, whatever that was. So I don't want anything bad to happen to Jamie Foxx. I think he's funny. I put a picture of him dressed up like Wanda, and also ran a clip when he helped out Dave Chappelle when Dave Chappelle was attacked. So anyway, let me go over this post with you all. I took all the incriminating stuff out. It's a read carefully post. Read carefully. Why is the Clinton Foundation back in the news? It'll be back in the news, folks. Names of whistleblowers being leaked or put out for strategic reasons? ? Whistleblowers are back in the news. Normally, a whistleblower is protected and shielded from all non-essentials. Classification. How do you protect a valuable witness? Whistleblower. How do you protect the chain of custody of evidence? Name, identity, public, F.B.I. intrusion, lawsuit, response to lawsuit, public reveal, otherwise sealed, moves and counter moves. Now, some people might be saying, what does all that mean? I don't understand it. What it means is, how do you get information out legally? In this case, it was about the one so-called whistleblower that was involved with Vindman. But this will apply to a lot of stuff that's going on now, which is discovery. Not just lawsuits, but criminal cases. Because let the unsealing begin. Let the declass begin. Let the world witness the truth. We, the people, justice under the law. Okay? Now, these posts were from 2018. And what are we looking at now? The seal's been broken. Okay? I'm going to find out what that L in the middle, why that's in brackets to focus on. But the overall gist is that these courtroom dramas we're witnessing, have witnessed, and are going to witness is going to let the declass begin. It's going to cause transparency and let the world witness the truth. Okay? So, unsealing. Isn't that interesting? If you ever want to look up any of the posts that I put up, all you got to do is, let's say, type we, comma, the people. Okay? And it'll pull it right up. Pull the whole thing up. The other one I pulled up here. How do you protect? You put that in there. Just pick some words that are not generic words. Names of whistleblowers. Put that in there. This post will come up. Put in there Clinton Foundation. And you'll find other posts. The trick is, if you see multiple posts, like, say, 10 posts, you don't start reading the first one you see because that's the last post. You go all the way down to the bottom, start reading your way up. And that puts it in chronological order. And don't try to look for Easter eggs beyond it. This is designed mostly so you can click on articles and you can see for yourself. Like we know the McCain Institute, all the dirty money. I showed that last post. I'm not supposed to say that name. McStain. So anyway, we're under an illegal psychological warfare operation. And here we go. In case you want to put one in your quiver, you know the brainwashing is real. When the who white people protest to be against who white people for being who white. Ah, I see, B-Dog. L is 150, goes to DR. Aha. So, now as I was discussing with money, right? Here's one. Fake fact checker is forced to backtrack on its bogus Gateway pundit fact check after lawyer sends a retraction demand. Earlier this month, the Gateway pundit published an article about the study conducted by the renowned Cleveland Clinic, ranked as second best hospital in the world. So this person put a fact check up, I believe it was on Twitter, supposedly debunking the Gateway pundit, and they're suing them. They're suing this woman. So, yeah, money does talk. Here we go for Happy Father's Day right here. I found this one. Echo Base Network. Happy Father's Day out there. I see that. Rick. But I tell you something. I ought to get a clip of that. What you're talking about, Rick? Where Lindsey Graham hugged Huma Abedin at the McStain funeral. And yeah, he was embarrassed, but who was staring him down? Did you all notice who was staring down Lindsey Graham? Hello, Gary. How you doing? Who was staring him down? Was it was Mattis and another individual. Who was that? His name's right on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, it was somebody else in the Trump White House that Trump fired. They were staring holes in Lindsey Graham while Lindsey Graham was hugging Huma Abedin. So Mad Dog Mattis left on supposedly bad terms with Trump, and so did, I think it was McMaster. I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that. But there's some dynamics there that are very, very interesting. Here we go. In case you got a relative that needs medical assistance while they're watching fake news. Let me get where you get a good shot of it. There you go. When you see someone consuming fake news. General Kelly, right, Roy? It was General Kelly and Mad Dog Mattis. And they were giving Lindsey Graham nasty looks. But I don't think it's because he's hugging Huma Abedin. I think it was because he went to bat for Kavanaugh so hard. I think Lindsey Graham, his ship is sailing in the right direction, whether he wants it to or not. And McMaster, this is my thoughts. McMaster and Mattis didn't like it. So, and somebody else put out something about how important this fifth generation business that's going on right now is evident in, well, we know that Kash Patel said that he pretty much laid it out there that the reason Elon Musk bought Twitter is to change the narrative, not just in the United States, but worldwide with Twitter. And if you read between the lines, I, along with many others, got the feeling that being the largest defense contractor, Elon Musk, wasn't just for playing around with rockets and stuff. It was to get Twitter to change the narrative. And it can be seen in all the posts now that would have got taken down on Twitter that are not being taken down concerning that illness, right? There's more truth coming out about that illness and where that illness came from and what they did to us than would have ever came out from Twitter if Elon Musk had not have bought Twitter. So it's fifth generation informational warfare, and we're into it. We're doing the best we can. I'm doing the best I can with my little bitty broadcasts. Hopefully it grows. We'll see. We'll just keep on plugging. And some of these memes I put up, I can't read out loud, but I can read parts of it. They're fine with certain types of cards, but not with voter IDs. Are you paying attention yet? Festus, you all remember Festus. Ha 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 ha. Here's something cute. Laura Trump put up. Here is Carolina asking Grandpa, that's for Laura Trump, if he was having his birthday party at a trampoline park and if she was invited. So, isn't that cute? Are you having your birthday party at a trampoline park, Grandpa? Hi, Larry. How you doing? I had another picture of Trump with his grandkids, but anyway. So this, I'm going to close out this business with, I'm sure we'll hear about it more again, but the sister of the freaky nuns, I'll just call them, instead of flying nuns, the freaky nuns. Mark Dice is a big social media guy, and he's been, if y'all get a chance, check him out. I mean, he always does stuff from a faith-based perspective. He does a lot of videos that'd be fun to share, especially when he interviews college students. It's really funny, but so sad in a way how moronic they are. But anyway, he did a video on it after we did our broadcast Friday about the big crowd that showed up, and a lot of it was, as I said, spontaneous after the prayer vigil. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm a little upset, but I don't know how upset yet. Let me see. Well, I got to get some pictures down. I remember I told you guys I got some Girl Scout cookies because I want to support something wholesome. Whatever, I can do to help. And plus, I love those cookies. But daggone it. This came up, and I haven't had a chance to check it out, but this hopefully is in one area, but I've got to find out if it's if they're trying to do this with the international or the countrywide, or is it just one group? And I don't know if any of you all have nieces that are involved with the Girl Scouts. And have you heard this? because it's very disappointing, very upsetting if it's true. I mean, I know they infiltrated the, I know they infiltrated the Boy Scouts a long time ago. Ross Perot was upset about that. What the heck has happened here? My screen froze up. I hope I'm still broadcasting, guys. My screen's froze up. Oh, no. I got some clips I gotta play. Let me see. Are you still with me, guys? There we go. It started to loosen up. Okay, good. 5x5. Okay, my screen froze up. It gets me worked up. Let me see. Okay, I'll keep going. All right, I'll get playing some clips. But hopefully this is only... they're only trying to do it one place. But if any of you all can find out and stand up for something wholesome, where girls can be girls and not be bothered with this stuff, not be preyed upon by an ideology. Here we go. Here's another meme for you. I think that speaks for a lot of us. I might have to clean my screen off so I can play my videos. All right, folks. Somebody said that this business of a whistleblower being taken out was fake news. No, it wasn't. I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, this is the guy I talked about. Gosh, I'm having trouble with one of the pictures up here. I'm having trouble with one of the pictures, so I'd have to get rid of it. Let's see. Okay. This is the first time I tried this, folks. I had to take some of that out of my studio. Hopefully that'll do it. Hi, Cindy Fuller Stevenson. How are you doing? Anyway, let's see if it works now. Whoa, apparently not. Anyway, holy cow. This is the guy that was caught doing something with a dog of all things. And I said I was going to put his picture up. Penn State professor arrested. So there he is. I know it's sickening, but there it is. Gosh, I don't know what you guys are seeing, but my screen's going cuckoo a little bit, but that's okay. I'll get around it. I will get around it. I might have to take Mark Twain down. Now, let's see if you all can pick up this Freudian slip. This is a Freudian slip. And if you pick it up, spell it O's, use zeros instead of real O's. But listen to this person and see if you can catch their Freudian slip.
Having Trump not only have had the codes, but now having the classified information for Americans and being able to put that out and share it in his resort with anyone and everyone who comes through should be terrifying to all Americans, and he needs to be stopped.
Did you catch that?
Having Trump not classified information for Americans and being able to put that out and share it in his resort with anyone and everyone who comes through should be terrifying to all Americans, and he needs to be stopped.
So, first of all, this is MSNBC. What she's saying is inflammatory and false. It's insightful. He didn't have nuclear codes, given it to anybody he wanted to, and all the other garbage she said. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, the producer that put her on, whoever wrote the words for her to read, or if it came out of her little pinhead, all of them should be under arrest and may very well end up that way. So, we're talking about an active presidential candidate, the leader, and the 45th president of the United States. And they let who in the heck knows who even this person is get up there. So anyway, yeah, I heard the Freudian slip. Here's a funny one for you all. Let me see. Let me put this one up. Let me see if you all have heard this one yet. It's got some. I think the sound is good enough. Let's see how it does.
Come on, Barack. Please pick up. For the love of God, pick up.
Hello?
Hello, Barack. Thank God you answered. I'm losing my mind. My thoughts are racing. I'm questioning my entire existence.
Joe, it is 3 in the damn morning, man. What in the hell is going on?
Barack, sorry. Look, I think I might be having gay thoughts.
So what? Come on. Joe, go back to sleep. You've got a long day tomorrow.
No, Barack, wait. You know the trans LGBTQ event thing I had on the White House lawn yesterday with the fake boobies and the rainbows? And
Looked like a wonderful time, Joe. Truly.
It was a wonderful time, but I've just been, I don't know, it kind of turned me on a little bit. I'm so confused, Barack.
Joe, get it together. First of all, you're always confused. That's nothing new, okay?
Good point.
Second, there's absolutely nothing wrong with what you're feeling. Wait, hang on a sec. Yeah,
Babe, who are you talking to so late?
it's just Joe, baby. He's having a moment. I'll be right back to bed, Mike. Love you.
Barack, so I'm not gay?
Look, Joe, you might be, or you might not be. Let's just figure it out in the morning, okay? Well, bless you, man.
That wasn't me. I already took my Benadryl.
Joe, shut the hell up. I think our line is compromised.
Hunter, is that you? Get off the phone and let the big guy do his thing.
It can't be Hunter, Joe. Hunter's here doing lines with Michael. Michelle.
Oh, then who is it? Hey, make yourself known.
You want to take a wild guess, you filthy swamp creatures? You've got to be kidding me, Joe. Hang up right now.
Donald Trump? No, it can't be. How?
It doesn't matter how. I heard absolutely everything, and it's quite tremendous how right I am about things, isn't it? I think it is.
This is a major violation, Donald.
Is it really, though?
Well, don't you have enough violations on your plate?
Yeah, don't you have enough violations on your plate, Donald?
Both of you can shut the fuck up. The major violation here is how you've weaponized the justice system against me. And guess what? You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose harder than you've ever lost before.
Barack, I'm scared.
Joe, you've turned the White House into a freak show.
Those boobs look real.
Barack, your entire existence is a freak show, and you're a lost cause, just like your birth certificate.
You know what? I'm not dealing with this. Joe, you're the president. Deal with it.
Come on, man. Look, Donald, here's the deal. I don't know what you heard, but I'm not actually gay.
Biden,
Please don't yell at me, Daddy.
whether you're gay or straight, doesn't matter to me. You're past that. You've been sniffing kids for decades. You're a degenerate, a loser, and a fraud. And guess what? You're fired.
So I don't know if y'all got to see that. It did have a wordy dirt in there. I apologize for that. Have y'all seen that one yet? Yes, Awaken Trillium. I saw all those reports. And I put in my community post. I can go get it. About all the military movements. I would love for it to be something But we have to remember, militaries do exercises. Okay. Let me see. Plus, there could be something going on. I mean, we had all of South America bristled up after the situation in Brazil with the selection and their own J6 situation, if you remember that. And yeah, everything in South America was bristled up. So here's what I put on my community posts. Can you all still see Mark Dice on the screen? Because it's showing it's still on my screen, but I took it out of the studio. But anyway, beware. This is what I put. I don't discourage anyone from posting, quote, odd military maneuvering, especially with the current, quote, administrative situation worldwide. And remember, the 17th letter told us WWs, when you see that in the posts, stands for worldwide. But, I put in capital letters, some footage is old, dated, not even in the U.S., actual summer drills, and even new equipment being delivered to bases by rail, among a host of other OMG posts. And I've seen no treaded vehicles tearing up streets either. Time for click clowns to go through their video libraries, I guess, so discern and above all, be not afraid. I put that up to today, I think? Yesterday. Old Mountain Man's on the ball. And, hey, I made this attack of the clickbaitery. Yeah, the Rubicon's been crossed. But we'll see. Yeah, I hope it is something. And I hope they do kick some backside. And I said in many broadcasts, nothing would make me happier than some of our military saying, sir, could you stay inside and make sure everything's okay for yourself and be safe? We need you to stay inside so we can take care of things. I would say, yeah, you better believe it. Y'all need a glass of tea or something? Let me know. That'd be nothing more I'd like better. Yeah, Tennessee, I saw that video too, but I saw one that looked like the one that, Steve Motley put out 6 years ago. It was like 20 of them. So, there's people have copies of those clips. And I remember telling Nikki during one of her live streams, Nikki, do you remember? Oh, Nikki's leaving. Okay. All right, Nikki, get a good night's sleep. But I saw an osprey flying over the crowd at one of Trump's rallies late last year. Now, that's Marines. That's, and flying over Mr. T's rally. And the people were cheering and jumping up and down outside. So I didn't get a clip of that. So anyway, folks, I got people getting tired and stuff. I understand. But here, I'm going to play something else for you. Let me see what I've got in there now. Here. Watch out for this coming up, folks. Let me cut my mic off so you can hear it.
Folks, they've got the tapes. Republicans in the United States Senate, Chuck Grassley, has the Joe Biden bribery tapes, these alleged tapes that we've heard so much about. Apparently, Republicans have listened to the tapes, which is why you're seeing so many pointed questions at those with knowledge surrounding the allegations. This is fabulous news. Now, the American people need to hear the tapes. I'm urging Republicans in the United States Senate to release these tapes right away. I'm also being told, thanks to the reporting by Jen Lahr at Red State, that there was a Chinese intel officer who defected to the United States that has also confirmed the bribery allegations dealing with Ukraine. This is all huge news. Red State is reporting it. Had him on my show tonight, spelling this all out. The walls are closing in. Now the question becomes, will the mainstream media do anything about it? Will the mainstream media do its job and hold this government accountable, hold the man who calls himself president of the United States accountable, and let's get to the bottom of this corruption and make sure we root it out. But man, if this is true that they have the tapes, huge news.
Huge news. And those of you who were around during the Nixon administration, you remember how they went cuckoo over the Nixon tapes, okay? Judge John Sirica. Nixon resigned over those tapes. And they have them, they've heard them, and we want to hear them. Now, as I started off with the broadcast, I was saying it was all about money, right, folks? All about money and how money, it's not money, it's the love of money or the desire to have money that causes people to not think properly, correct? Like what you see on the screen, that's a dog. No, that's a turkey. This next video will show you. You will hear this person say they've been doing it for 3 years. This is their third time. And I talked about how they get into bureaucracy. They hire like-minded people. People that end up with jobs they could never get, pay they could never get. Now, I thought this was a parody, right? I thought it was somebody making fun. I hope you can see that on the screen, okay? This is one park, Yellowstone National Park. So in the past 2.5 years, they have been packing these do-nothing jobs. I'm sure the people that are really keeping the park safe and really doing the hard work, you're not going to see on this screen. But they get them in those jobs where it's impossible to get them out in federal jobs. And you'll see what's been happening with our money.
Hello, in case you didn't know, gay people are literally taking over the national park system. I just helped throw Pride in Yosemite for the 3rd year in a row. But this isn't a Pride for visitors to the valley. This is a Pride for the park employees, of which, as you can see, there are literal hundreds of queer Yosemite employees. We danced, we marched, we celebrated, and we got wet. I am so proud of all the community organizers within the park system who are making safe space for queer people all year round. No planet, no pride. Mother Nature is a lesbian. Goodbye.
Yosemite National Park, we're literally taking over. Well, here now, since I'm checking the chat, still some stuff. That's right. If you know anything about the military, you know the military will take their time to do it, to dot the I's and cross the T's, and it takes time. Settle down, it's coming out. That's exactly right. And we were told that things are going to get a lot worse. And Mr. T said Americans aren't feeling it yet. And I saw some clips that I could have copied, and I could have came up here tonight and said, look at all this stuff going on all over the world, and have 500 viewers, and I could go back in my archives with military clips. But hey, I saw one that was being put out there. They said it was happening in the streets of Philadelphia. I looked at the people's clothing. I looked at the equipment. It was Soviet-era equipment. I looked at buildings. They were European Soviet-era buildings. This was not Philadelphia. With tanks, with treads, tearing up the pavement. That was an old clip from another country, and it's being put out there. And people will do, some people, not all of them, I'm not knocking any creators. Some of them get fooled and put up stuff. But I'm not going to get fooled, and I don't want you all to be fooled. I say there is a time coming when our military is going to do what they're supposed to do. And we know what we're supposed to do, which is to take care of ourselves and our loved ones and be prepared, not be a burden, and not be a problem. The main thing Mr. T needs, and the main thing that the military needs from us, is our understanding, our civil behavior, and our ability to communicate in a rational way to our fellow Americans what's going on. Information dissemination operation. Other than that, everybody else going out here trying to get people upset or just trying to get clicks, use discernment. Use discernment, folks. We know what we're supposed to do. Now, here's a song that's going to be, I don't know how good the volume is, but here's a song that's, we'll see how far it goes up on the charts. Okay, young people, you know, I don't care for rap. I didn't grow up with it. It wasn't my thing. But anyway, it's, if you read the print on some of these songs I won't play, that's the way I get it. I can read the letters. I can't really keep up with the fast speech. But anyway, we'll see how far this song goes up on the charts.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and my fellow citizens, America's comeback starts right now. From the land of the free and the brave.
So he'll probably be getting a letter from Bruce Springsteen's attorney. But here's a video before I play the one about reclaiming. We're going to reclamation. But this video here is immigrants. I got this off of Citizens Free Press. Now, most of the words are bleeped out. But you will hear in this video, you'll hear from an Asian woman. You'll hear towards the end a woman from Haiti. You'll hear another man in a red MAGA cap. It looks to me to be either Somalian or Ethiopia, African. These are immigrant supporters, and there's one guy in the crowd that tries to he's a big guy. He's taller than everybody. He's trying to berate Trump, and these people give him the devil and tell him like it is. So I'll go ahead and play it for you.
How you doing, sir? Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, here, sir. You support for Trump? No. Why not? Because he's a con man, and he's going to jail. Give me an example. Let's see. He's in the courthouse right now. You fucking for what? For 31 counts of espionage and 37 felonies. Okay, so he did it. He took the documents, right? It's about the documents, right? Yes, it's about the documents. So we here supporting a pedophile, Joe Biden, and it's okay for them to take documents. Get the out of my face. When President Trump does, he was executive branch. Get the out of my face. He was executive branch. Why do you keep he can still be president. Did you know that? He can still be president. He can still be president. If they keep chilling, you think they're going to keep stealing it?
Try. You will try. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you because you don't have your mind. You lose your f***ing mind. Shame on you.
High school degree.
You're supporting pedophile. Shame on you. Shame on you. This fucking speaker.
Anyone? Anyone you don't have a job?
Shame on you. I'm Sylvia Miami. I am proud to be supporting Trump. General Flynn, Kerry Lake, my friend Enzo, Haitian.
You are a big liar. You're a racist. You're a freaking white supremacist. You're a freaking white supremacist. You show up here with your racist rhetoric. You can call a black man a sellout. That don't mean anything. That don't mean anything. That don't mean anything to stop who. It don't mean nothing. The brown shirt means nothing. You're a white supremacist. You're exactly what the Democrats want white people to be. You're the prime example. You're going to come in here and say a black person sell out because they think for themselves? You retard. You and the retard is you because look at you. Look at you. Listen to you. Look at you. You the retard. You the imbecile who listens to CNN. Oh, you think so?
The world, look at you.
You're exactly that.
The world watching at you.
White supremacist. You're a freaking white supremacist. You're neo-Nazi white supremacist. Yes. You are the definition of it. Yes. How dare you come in here and call a black man a sellout because he want to think for himself? He's thinking for himself. What does that mean? He can't think for himself? He can't think for himself? He can't think for himself?
Anyway, how they do it? It's not a good place anymore. Haiti used to be a good place. And if Trump was there, the president would be there.
You're going to come in here and call a black man a sellout because he want to think for himself. You're a freaking white supremacist. You're a freaking white supremacist. Don't touch me. You're a freaking white supremacist.
So, yeah, he didn't stand too much of a chance there. I don't know how that audio was for you all, but the little Asian woman was telling him, God bless you, Trump loves you. And then she said, because you've lost your mind. And she said a wordy word there. She said, you've lost your effing mind. And, we're going to pray for you. You want that old P3DO file there. And then you heard the Haitian woman jumped in and said the people of Haiti would still have their president if it wasn't for Biden. And she's referring to the president who was assassinated. So, and of course, you heard the interviewer, the young interviewer there saying, calling him I can't say the word, but anyway. Oh, I don't know if I trimmed this one or not. Let me get rid of that one and try this one. Let me try this one. Well, I don't know. I'm going to play one that is, I can get the whole song, but this song is young people saying, reclaim the rainbow. Okay? It's small. It's hard to hear. But, hi, Bill the Brave. Jerry, Crazy Cajun Lady, how are you doing? But this is Reclaim the Rainbow, and it's a rap song, and they have subtitles, but they talk fast. But, I was able to catch it, so I hope you all can too. I'll make it as big as I can. And let's see. I'll go ahead and play it. I cut my mic off. Reclaim the Rainbow. Yeah, B-Dog, I heard the 181 million votes my backside. But this one, they did, I'll try to get a cleaner video of the whole thing. They really got some nice use of the rainbow with kids in an innocent way, playing with the rainbow, references the Bible verses. And like I say, it's hard for me to follow rap. But there you see two instances with music that the reclamation is beginning, and it's young people leading the way in many cases. And we also see how they've taken over some of our iconic national parks. And hey, it's coming to a head, folks. It's coming to a head. And I mentioned this this post here by DJT. Why would Devin Archer flip on Joe and Hunter Biden when the DOJ and FBI don't want him to flip? They're exerting no pressure on him, only on Republicans. He will flip in 2024 when I am president. There must be real accountability for crimes the likes of which our country has never seen before. And he's saying this in response to this report. As the Gateway Pundit reported on it, Hunter Biden associate Devin Archer, cooperating with Republican lawmakers, will testify on $10 million Ukraine bribe. And Trump is saying, why would he do that? In other words, I don't think he believes this guy is going to be genuine in his testimony, but he will be when Mr. T comes back. And so I will put this one up. I put up the 20 Republicans. We'll see how they behave when the censure vote comes up. But there they are. Family members who receive Biden funds. Oh, Mr. Minister couldn't understand it. The print was there. I moved the print where you could read it. You can go back and put the video on slow speed and you can read what they're saying. I couldn't understand it either. I've said that before. The rap videos is just not, I'm not keyed into that. Anyway, I like this meme here. Speaking of the father of our country, a pound of grasshoppers is 3 times as nutritious as a pound of beef. Benjamin, get the musket. Yeah, Bill the Brave, we've been around the block before. This ain't our first rodeo. But we try to talk in terms, so you, Tizzle, will not get me in trouble. But we all know quite a bit more than we let on. When Bumble straightens its act out, that's where I'll be. But when you got big platforms complaining, it's hard. It's hard for a little platform like me to get up there and get the service. But anyway, I will play this for Red. He's got his channel where he's got looked at some classic cars and had their prices of classic cars. It was kind of fun. Let me play this real quick. It's 17 seconds. Ha ha.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the people in the world that have to watch Hello America and laugh at that stupid red-headed nutcracker. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's explore America. Check it out. We're having some fun. But let me see. We got somebody's not having fun. Let me see. Ankle biters like yourself couldn't comprehend the lives of people who manipulate you every day, even though you are fully aware you met a real identifier. Okay, well, Bill the Brave, have fun, but don't insult people. Don't insult people. And, if you got a whole lot to say, start a channel. We're in the chats and trying to get a point across and whatever, but start a channel. Some of us will check you out. But anyway, folks, I appreciate you all spending your precious time with me. I really do. And this is a viewer-supported and creator-supported channel only. I don't get anything from anywhere except from my good friends that help me out here on my Buy Me a Coffee link, which I have in the description. So if you get a chance to do that, click on it there. You'll see you can help support the channel, because I would like to be able to go on other platforms that allow me to speak more freely, and you would see this young person here, Bill the Brave. You'd see we know quite a bit more than you think we know. We're on the same page. We have all our ships going in the same direction. So I will close out, and I will say that if you all want to go down memory lane to when Donald Trump was having his convention at the White House, because they were corralling all of us. They were corralling all of us, I say, for political purposes. And we could not have our own convention. Remember this? Believe in something, even if it's wrong and makes you look stupid. But anyway, he played this song, I will win, I will win, I will win. And that's what I'll close out with, folks. So I appreciate you all spending your precious time with me, and I will be coming up soon. I hope you had a good time, and we'll get together real soon. And I appreciate my new viewers. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I go live in the future. So you all have a great evening, and I will see you soon. This is Mountain Man, over and out.